more, more, more. All right. Alright, velina mai kako e nā keiki o ke kula vaina ka papa e walu pukana no ke kula ki e ohana e no mako nā keiki a mea o ke kula kai a puni ohana he mau mele ka mako e mele aku ai no o kou haalele I ka papa keo ku ulei haalele loa I ka papa keo mahalo nui maho ka kako Haalulu o ko ia I ke wakiki, ala mai o ko, ya? E ale! Aloha kako. Aloha. Mahalo for letting them come. I actually had to bring them because we're kind of short in Kula Kaiapuni today. So dragged them. They found out this morning that they're coming. And so like, no, you're coming with me. It brings a good opportunity for you guys to just do something other than just staring at the wall. Okay, so I'm so happy that I was asked to come up. I do have some notes, so don't mind me if I look at my paper. I am familiar with most of your faces, but if you're not familiar with mine, my name is Kumu Kaimana Kabibi. Normally I'm either called Kumu or I'm called Anakala. I am Mrs. Paman's son. I'm the oldest of 5. I believe my family have been coming to the school for about 4 generations now. So my grandfather, my mom attended, I attended and graduated, and my son is currently at this school also. But that's me. So as I was thinking about what would I want to tell you guys as 8th graders moving into high school, I was really trying to figure out what kind of mana'o I wanted to share, some experiences that I want to impart on you guys, that when you guys move on to high school, because it's so far away, that you guys will have some skills to take with you. I have 4 main points that I wanted to share with you, but before I got to these 4 points, there are actually other mana'o that I wanted to share. So much good mana'o, like if your spouse abuses you, you should leave them. That's a given. I figured that was a given for you guys. I didn't need to tell you guys that. Another one is that you guys are loved and you guys supported, every single one of you. But you guys already know that. I didn't need to explain that to you. So I do have 4 points. And my friend Skylar actually does really good speeches also. It's not going to be quite as good as his, but I will try and do my best. So in the olden days, there was this chief. His name was Kekuhopio. He was from the Big Island. And he was famous for being a great warrior. But also in the olden days, there were ali'i and chiefs that ruled the islands. And in order to go around and go visit everybody, because it's hard for one person to know everybody in your island, they would go travel around. So they would start from the north and work their way to the east, and then come around to the south and go to the west, and that's how they would travel around. Another way they would do it, they also start from the north and they would move their way to the west and move their way to the south and move their way to the east. But those two differences are big differences. If ali'i traveled from the north to the east, that means that they're introducing themselves and they seem to continue to be the chief of their island. If they were to go start from the north and move to the west, that means that maybe they knew that their time as being ali'i was coming to an end. So this comes to my first point for you guys. Details are important. Details are important. As you are getting older, you're going to notice that details are important. What is my first point? Try that one more time, please. Details are important. When I was young, I remember my mom used to wake us up and say, "Mana!" And my 5 siblings, "Wake up!" And they would say, "We're up, we're up." The problem was, our detail was we were up, our eyes were open. Her detail and our detail was 2 different things. Her detail was, up means out of bed. So you guys, as students, need to check those details. Not your details, but your teacher's details. How should I turn in my work? Yeah. What time should I be at work before I become late? As you're moving into high school, these details become even more important because you're getting older and you guys are becoming young adults. That's my first point. Moving to my second one, going back to Kekuhopio. Kekuhopio was a chief, and he was a famous warrior chief of Hawaii. He was so famous that he actually trained and taught Kamehameha, the great King Kamehameha, Kanaiaupuni, the man who united the nation. He taught him how to fight. So when Kekuhopio was young, double checking. When Kekuhopio was young, he was already seen by his parents and everybody in the community. This brother, he knows how to fight. So what he did is he spent all his time fighting. Not necessarily fighting, but we are very familiar with this certain game they played. In Hanabe, when you guys were younger, what did you guys make with the sand?
Sandballs.
Sandballs. And how do you make the best sandballs?
With what and
Can you take all the wet sand and just throw the wet sand?
No.
Can you take all the dry sand and throw the dry sand?
No.
What do you have to do to make a great sandball?
Put them together.
You have to put them together. You have to take the wet sand and you mix it with the dry sand, you smash it together, and if you're really bad, you stick a pebble in it just to piss your friend off. But I'm sure you guys didn't do that because you guys are a lot better than we were when we were young. So, this is the big point for this is you need to prioritize your time. For Kekuhopio, he prioritized his time to learning how to fight. because he knew he was going to grow up and become a great fighter. We all need to prioritize our time. Each of us have talents. Each of you have a talent that you guys have. You guys need to prioritize that. And then on a personal note, we get so busy sometimes doing all the other stuff that we forget our grandparents. I want to share with you guys, spend time with your grandparents while you guys are young. Because when they get older, they're not going to be here any longer. But your friends will continue to be with you for the rest of your life. That's just a side note. But prioritize your time, prioritize your resources, and that's important. Because as you're getting older, you can learn how to prioritize your time. Thirdly, let's back up again. First point, details are important. What is the second point? Prioritize your time. We're going to go back and talk again about Kekuopio. Because this baga, he was quite maikai. Okay, so what Kekuopio did after he got trained by all these people and he decided he became a great warrior, he goes and trains Kamehameha. And as he's training Kamehameha, Kamehameha is also a very talented warrior, and he graduates. One day, Kekuopio is fighting on Maui. In fact, in Hana. He's fighting with the chiefs of Maui, and his feet get stuck in a sweet potato patch. And he gets hard time moving. He's about to get killed, and out of nowhere comes Kamehameha. Kamehameha risks life and limb to go and save his great teacher because he was important to him. And so here's my third point for you guys. Only you can change you. Only you can change you. Only Kekuopio was taught by his teachers. He had many teachers, and he had great teachers. But only Kekuopio could use the information that he was given and become the great teacher. Kekuopio became a teacher and he taught Kamehameha. Only Kamehameha could choose to decide, I'm going to take that information and apply it. Only you can choose, can change yourself. So I'm going to change it around so we can say it. Only I can change myself. Let's say that one more time. Ready? And go. Only I can change myself. Okay? In everything you guys do. Only you. If you're sad, only you can change if you're sad or not. No matter who your friends are, or if she comes back to me, or he comes back to me, that's not going to make you happy. Only you can change yourself. Okay? So let's go back for the 3 points from the beginning. What's the first point? Details matter. Second point.
Prioritize your time.
Third, only I can change myself. One more time.
No, details are important.
Only I can change myself. Only you can change yourself. Only you can change yourself. Okay? You. Only you can change yourself. Okay? Okay. My last story. It's not a Hawaiian story, but it's an old story. So there was this king. And kings are really important. He had a son who was sick. And he knew, he was told by everybody that his son was going to die no matter what he did. He was very sad because it was his only son at the time. And so he was so sad, but he knew what he had to do. He had to pull it. So what he did was he pulled it. And he just kept waiting and waiting and pull it and pull it and pull it until his son passed away. And after his son passed away, he just got up. He took a shower. He ate and he went on. Because in himself, he knew that he did everything he could do to save his son. Because he couldn't do anything medically. He couldn't do anything physically, but he could pull it. And he knew that's the only thing that he could control. And so this is coming to my fourth and last point for you guys. What was my last point? Never accept defeat until you are defeated. I'm going to say it one more time. Never accept defeat until you are defeated. Okay? For this king, his son didn't die yet. So he didn't give up on his son, but he did what he could do until it actually happened. I'm going to tell you guys this because this happens in our life, especially at 8th grade, 9th grade, at this young age. When things start to get hard, we give up. We give up because it's easy. So I want to really impart on you guys, don't give up. Keep pushing until you're completely defeated. A great quote that I just read today. You must have long-term goals to keep you from being frustrated by short-term failures. Okay? Set long-term goals. Because when those short-term failures come up, it won't be as hard. Okay? And in closing, this is the last story I'm going to tell you. And I really appreciate you guys taking your time to listen to me, but this is about Ka'ahumanu, because, you know, Kumu Kaimana, you have been talking about guys this whole time. And I'm like, yes, I know, talking about guys. I'm talking about a vahine next. So this vahine, her name was Ka'ahumanu. She was the favorite wife of Kamehameha. And so what happened was, she was very depressed one day. She was very depressed one day. And she decided that she was going to kill herself. He's talking about a hot button topic. Yeah, Ka'ahumanu was going to kill herself. She decided she was going to jump in the water, and she was going to swim, and she was going to swim until she drowned. So as she jumps into the water, one little kid was watching her and was like, oh, look, Ka'ahumanu, I'm going to go swim to her. Because we like that. So she starts swimming, and she notices that there's a child behind her, following her. She's like, go back, go back. And the child just kept going, swimming, following her. Kept going, and then she started to see the child was struggling. And she was like, ah. So she turned around and grabbed him, and they both lived that day. This is the last lesson I want to share with you guys, okay? Somebody's always following you. Somebody's always going to be following you. Whether it's good or bad, they're going to follow you. And we need to be aware of that. Because if she didn't turn around, what would have happened to the child? The child would have died also. So sometimes we have to turn back and change things. And that's what I really want to share with you guys today. I really want to congratulate all of you guys for all you guys' hard work in middle school. And I look forward to seeing you guys and all the work that you guys will do in high school. But let's review right before we leave. Ready? Let's start from the beginning. What's the first point? Details matter. Okay, point number 2. Prioritize your time. Last one? Only you can change yourself. Only I can change myself. And my last one was?
Someone's always following you.
Oh, no, there's one right before that. I gotta look too.
Never accept defeat.
Yes, never accept defeat until you are actually defeated. And then always remember, somebody's always watching you and following you. Okay? Congratulations. Enjoy your guys' banquet. And I hear you guys have a bunch of hot iolelo after this. Mahalo. Hi. Mahalo. Okay. Maya kau telepon. Oh, mahalo. Mahalo. Oh. Mahalo. Oh. Okay. Mahalo. 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 Oh, like a Tolentino can tell you. Oh, your sister getting some talk too. Okay, she's still short to you, but you know. That's your cousin. You Kalunus or yeah, Jeva? Your sister, yeah? No, cousin. Oh, I always get you guys mixed up.
Okay, last for best.
Mahalo nui, everybody. Congratulations.
Be sure you can take one. You can take a plate. Okay, 8th grade. You have your speeches. You know where your posters are. Wait just a second. Does everybody have theirs? Okay, wait just 1 second. Your speeches are? Oh, scaring me. Okay, I'm not, there are only 2 grades, A or 0. You know how that works, right? A or 0. So, with no further ado, that was a great speech and presentation. You have a hard act to follow. Please put the food down. Your attention's this way now. Excuse me. Have a seat for 1 moment. I'm going to now present the 8th grade when you're ready. Should be completed, ladies.
We can start.
When you're ready.
Okay. Aloha, my name is Noel, an 8th grade student who is desperately trying to get to high school. I have many strengths in school, and I am confident that all my strengths and accomplishments will effectively get me to high school. All my strengths came from 8th grade, and the most important ones to me are learning the necessary grade standards of math, English, and social studies. Those are the most essential subjects in school, and with the knowledge I have right now, it will make me strive in high school. My plan in high school is just to make good memories and keep my grades up. If I can get good grades, then I'll be as cool as my classmates. When I'm fully done with school, I'm going to learn and one day get a job. I think math will help me accomplish that. The skills I have right now will get me successfully out of school and hopefully into college so I can get to work and make money.
We're not going to clap. Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Jalal and I'm in the 8th grade. My favorite things to do is surf because I'm better than Mason at it. Fish, hunt, dive, play football, volleyball, and basketball, and any other sports. In these 3 really long years of middle school, I've learned a lot of new things that will help me in high school and beyond, such as to take my time and not rush. That's what Miss Moana is always telling me. Do the work good the first time, and that you have to be independent. My expectations in high school is to get a 3.0 or better GPA, to play high school sports, and graduate. These will help with my future plans because I want to go to college and play sports. Having a good GPA shows that you're independent and trustworthy. Playing sports is to help me get a scholarship, and because I love it, graduating high school needs to be done to succeed in my future goals. Beyond high school, I expect to go to college and study kinesiology. After college, I want to go to the NFL. I have learned a lot. Middle school is the start of an adult. I will not miss middle school because it has been so long. And I can't wait to get out, but I'll remember middle school and the teachers.
That's a good job. Lalo, next couple. Stop. Gentlemen.
You guys ready? Hi class, my name is Mason. I'm a Fiki student because I can listen and learn many things in one day, and the next day just not pay attention as much. One of the things that I think that I learned in middle school is to be patient with others. No matter how mad I get with them, I try to hold it in and be patient with them. That will help me in high school because it can help me move on to harder tasks easier by understanding what the task is about. Being patient can also help me in the future by not rushing things and taking my time, especially on others and the things I do. When I get out of high school, I see myself working for the state of Hawaii. I like keeping our roads clean, so I hope I get that job. I think high school is going to be fun because classes I get I hope will be easier and we get to pick our own elective. I will pick construction class because I will learn how to build houses and many other things. This will help me when I get out of high school because I want to build my own house one day. My time in middle school was pretty good because we did many fun activities together. I didn't like being in school, but my boys made me go to school. I'm looking forward to high school because I think I'm going to have more freedom.
You guys ready? Hi class, you should know me already, but if you don't, it's me, Jake. Some things that I'm good at or learned in school is how to work with others. I intend to get my stuff done working with other people. Some things I have learned during my time in middle school is how to function with those around me, no matter friend or classmate. My expectations for high school is high because of hearing all the remarks on 9th through 12th grade. Some things that might help me during high school is socializing. Asking for help is still the hardest thing for me, besides paying attention. My high school goes surrounded around the thought of pride, and I want my peers and myself to be proud of my accomplishments. People might expect a lot from me, and I'll try to give it my all. I will attempt to do as my family says, work with dad or save time for yourself, but just be responsible with life all in all. I hope that what happens in time will be for a reason. So when me and my classmates reach the time to walk on that stage to collect that paper, we'll all be ready. The naggy teachers, the bad grades here and there, it'll be worth it when all of us walk off the school grounds, not as students, but as adults in our community.
Aloha, my name is Kaleo Lapa Maikalani o Ihikapalau Maba'ana Hanilinda Kapulawarte. And I'm a student, friend, and oldest of 6. I like to do art, boxing, sports, and most important, being a shoulder for my families and friends to lean on and depend on when they need me. There is a lot, more than a number that my middle school teachers gave and taught me, that will better suit me for life in high school and beyond. Some of those things helped me open my eyes a little more at life, because life can be like a war zone. You have to be ready for anything that will pop out the dark corners. They gave me knowledge, another very important tool. I would never let that turn to rust, and always would carry it with dignity and pride. Last, but definitely not the end of my list, their wisdom. And it's peculiar in the saying that I hear a lot, something is better than nothing, and that's true. I've always taken somewhat of a long time worrying if my work was right or not. Sometimes it got turned in on time, and sometimes not. But I always turned something in to avoid the zeros. I still passed, thank God. But the lesson that was most taught to me in middle school was do your highest best even though you are scared. What my expectations are in high school is learning beyond once again, because without that, I might end up like a stick in the mud, and I don't want that. I want to be able to soar higher every day no matter what the storm will bring. In my future after high school, I expect the unknown, because there's multiple things that can happen in the world that impact you, negative or positive, and you will never know until it shows up. I'm gonna miss you guys if I leave, even though we had times when we clashed heads together. But there are also times when we joined together and laughed with each other and not at each other. The past middle school year has been a lot to bear, but look where we are now, finally growing up. I can't wait to see what each of our futures hold for us. Being with you guys has been a blast. But now it's time to grow more to something bigger. Just remember one thing. If you use everything you have and learn everything that's available, you will surely be He'ipu Ka'il, a full calabash of knowledge.
Hi, I am Clark, and I feel I was the most annoying person when I first started here with you guys. But I have grown as a person through these years. These have been some of the best years of my life. Even though we've had challenges, I'm still gonna try to better myself and my skills in high school. I can't wait to share this experience with all of you. Once I graduate, I want to travel, and then I want to pursue my dream of being a chef. Thank you for putting up with me and my mannerisms all these years. I know I wasn't perfect or even close. Aloha, ahui home.
Excuse me. Gentlemen, I'll move you. Okay.
Okay. Aloha, my name is Ileana Castaneda, and I love to go on adventures. For example, going to the beach or cruising with my family and friends, and going to different locations. For the past 2.5 years I've been in middle school, I learned many things that I'll take into high school with me. One is put your all into everything you do, work, sports, and presentations. Two is use your planner in high school because the teachers will be constantly reminding you to do anything. Last but not least, don't make any drama because our 8th grade class is like an ohana and most of us are going into high school together. Two things I would expect high school to have is activities and the work to be more advanced. Two goals I feel to achieve beyond high school is getting a stable job and traveling. To all the teachers and EAs that helped me throughout the years, I appreciate you and I am very thankful. Mahalo.
Hi, my name is Sky, and here's some of my best attributes. I like to be active by playing volleyball and going to parks and beaches with family and friends. For my whole middle school years, I learned a lot. Some of those things will help me get through high school, like being independent. I hope that in high school, it will help for my future plans, like how I want to go to college and starting a career. At first, I never even thought or even wanted to go to college, but now I want to do something better with my life. So, I just want to say thank you, teachers and EAs, for helping me do better.
Aloha, my name is Brandon, and most of you know me as the shy, mature, responsible girl I am. I'm the girl who is seen always doing her work, whether it may be at recess or any other free time she may have, rather than having fun. I'm the type of person who wants to get the job done, and it has always been this way. From the start of 6th grade all the way to now, 8th grade, middle school has thrown many challenges my way that I have gladly overcome to get to the point I'm at today. Over this past year, I have learned how to make a gigantic map of the U.S. using many different math skills like the Pythagorean theorem and the topics in SEL, including forgiveness and compassion. These different methods of learning have helped me expand my knowledge and are things I will apply as I grow older. My expectations for high school would be somewhat challenging and definitely something to adjust to. Any obstacles that come my way, I will conquer. For now, my future beyond high school is unknown, but one thing is for sure. I want to obtain a job that will support me and help me pay for the necessities needed in life. This has been a unique middle school experience, and I'm happy to have spent it with you all. I am nervous yet happy to be moving forward, and with that, I would like to thank all the teachers that have taught this troublesome class and providing us with the information we needed to get to where we are now. I appreciate everyone here, and I hope you all have an amazing day. Mahalo.
Okay, aloha mai kako. Aloha. Let's try that again, please. Aloha mai kako. Aloha. Mahalo. So, my name is Shanli Kalaialai o Nakukuno Kalahivahiva, but most of you know me as Kalai. I'm the type of person who always listens to my parents, never sleeps in class, and gets my work in on time every day. If you guys feel like you guys know me, you don't know me then. Now that we all know that was a lie, here's the real me. I'm a pretty decent kid, and music is one of my best attributes, and to be honest, I like school. Like a bird, we all know I have migrated many times. With moving comes different schools and new knowledge. A'ole pauka ike kahalo ho'okahi. Knowledge cannot only be found in Wahahalau. By going to various schools, I have gained a lot of life skills that will help me in the long run of my life. Hana Middle School has taught me what it feels like to have a family, whether you're related or not, and that is something I will carry with me up until high school. As you grow older, one thing I would expect to learn are lessons that will help sculpt me into a better adult. After high school, I would like to go to Washington State University and persistently study psychology and business management. As you all might or might not know, I will be starting another chapter of my life elsewhere. But like a book, a new chapter cannot start without the previous pages. You all have taught me so much and have molded me into the person I am today, and for that I can never thank you enough. For you guys, this ukulele player won't stop playing and will sing on, and sing on.
Jojo, or more formally known as Joanna. I don't know which name I will go by in the future, but that's okay because making decisions is probably not my best quality. Speaking of the future, together we're all about to take a huge step in life. Even though it might not seem like it, I am extremely grateful to all the adult figures in this school that has good intentions and help me thrive. From the bottom of my heart, I respect and appreciate you. I also value the people who have been there since the very beginning, the ones that have somewhat recently joined, and honorable mentions, the two who are going to be here today. I can confidently say that you guys will always be a big part of my life since it's been so long, although I couldn't say that I'm over this whole thing and it was getting old because that's simply not true. Every day is something else with you guys, and needless to say, it's been entertaining and also a comfort. In the future, I hope to keep the relationships I've built because I know that you don't get a second chance at these kind of things. And for you guys to see me live out life to my high expectations. The same goes for you. In high school, I hope to continue to achieve all of the goals I make in that time. I might sound self-assured, but I don't know any of these goals because I am not there yet. And if you are, make sure I hold my word. I see that our time here has come to an end, and as the wise woman always says, time flies when you're having fun.
Okay. Hello, my name is Nanea, and something about me is that I'm very talkative. Having conversations with the people I care about always makes me happy. With my friends, we have humorous discussions, while with my family, I always learn something new through their words. The knowledge I picked up in middle school make my understanding of high school even easier to grasp. English taught me how to write paragraphs with metaphors and similes to add a touch of creativity. Math proved to me that there is always more than one way to solve a problem. Science gave me the realization that asking questions can lead to new discoveries. Hula provided me with the confidence to stand in front of a crowd and perform. When my classmates and I go to high school, I expect us to have fun together, but of course keeping our grades exceedingly well. I know that being a 9th grader will be much more difficult than being a student this year. In the future, I hope to be involved in agriculture, and finishing school to get into college will help me achieve this goal. Middle school has been very unenjoyable, and I am so glad to be leaving, but that doesn't mean I won't miss it. I hope my big mouth will do me some good. Thank you for listening.
Hi, my name is Velasi Carano. I'm actually surprised to admit I'm proud of this school year. To look back and acknowledge my growth is baffling. I've learned about the importance of choosing love and mechanics just through 8th grade. I feel like I really found myself this year, which I didn't believe was possible. Though, most importantly, this year helped me really recognize how much this little town means to me. Middle school has been an interesting learning experience, especially 8th grade. I think I've learned more this year than the past few, for obvious reasons. One of the most difficult parts of 8th grade, difficult parts of 8th grade was how my teachers always held me to high standards. Though looking back, I know I wouldn't have worked nearly as hard. Something I've really taken away from this year specifically is something one of my teachers told me. Never aim to give yourself lower than you deserve. I've had a lot of trouble recognizing when I do well, but this affirmation truly helped me. My expectations for high school are quite high. I know it's way more independent than middle school, and it takes a substantial amount of maturity. You have to be in charge of yourself most of the time. With this in mind, I believe I'm ready to face the next 4 years and beyond. I want to end this chapter of my life in a positive light, despite everything. I have immense gratitude for everyone in this class. I think we all contribute to it in so many amazing ways, and you all are so insanely talented. Everyone should be proud of themselves. This year was a lot. I couldn't have made it here without you guys. Thank you.
Aloha, my name is Ariana. I'm a calm and quiet person. Middle school has taught me to be patient. This will assist me in high school then beyond by staying out of trouble and not losing my temper. Next year, I expect to improve independency. Also, I want to learn more about myself by signing up for activities. As a class, we will no longer be able to rely on the teachers for missing assignments. This will help us in the future because no one will be there to micromanage you. Being responsible is asking for help when needed, but a lot of people aren't able to do that. After high school, I expect to have a house off the island, a job, along with my dog. I am very excited to start this transition and hope to see you all next year.
Aloha, my name is Navahi. I like to cook, eat, bake, sleep, and play video games. Sometimes I like to swim and mess around for fun. The things I learned over the years in middle school are how to write an essay, how to write key ideas, how to write story / poems, and paragraphs. The maths I learned was coordinate plane, percents, Pythagorean theorem, and more. This will help me in high school and beyond is how to count in percents, write essays, and measure the lengths, widths, height, and in shapes. This will help me build a house or something like that. My expectations for high school would be pretty fun because we would be able to do fun events. It would make me fulfill my future plans to come to school and every day and do my work so I can participate in the events. I expect me to be working and get money. Something else I expect myself to do beyond high school is getting lots of money. Overall, my time in middle school was pretty fun because I got to do some work that would help me in high school and beyond. I appreciate all the teachers that helped me learn some new things and to use it in my everyday life. Even though school was like a prison, I still had fun.
Hi, my name is Nalu. I'm an intelligent, humorous, curious guy. I believe that some of the things I've learned in middle school will help me in high school. I know the math I've learned will be the basis of what will be taught in future grades, and that the literature will help with writing good papers. I expect high school to be another stepping stone in life to eventually becoming a functioning member of society. I seriously hope this allows me to contribute to or impact the world in a positive way. After I'm finished with school, high school especially, my desire is to be successful, whether it be business, college, or life in general. I can't wait to leave middle school because it was 3 years of extremely hard work. Peace.
Peace. No, you guys need to be with us. Let's go. Come on, Luna. Come on, already. Come on, Kiara. You're ready to say it. Let's go. Come on, let's go. Now your parents are remembering what it was like to be in my class. They heard my voice. Let's go.
Hi, aloha, my name is Ona, or Nani. I will be talking about myself. I am in the 8th grade at Hana School and I will be a first year next year. Some things I'd like to learn about being in the middle school is the experiences, life learned lessons. My mistakes are to learn from. Like some fine ways, I guess. ELA, social studies, math, and cooking, all that. All this is what I have learned and is in my knowledge. Next year, I am going to be in high school again, and I'm looking forward to it. I will have more freedom, but I'll still get my work done and my responsibilities on point. I'm not that kind of organized person. I'm confusing, but yeah. I'm looking forward to learning more about the ways of high school and the struggles I'll have to face. Middle school was a good year, and I know I can't come back to it, so that's why I have my time ready. And I'll miss these days. Oh, and I appreciate all
Hi, my name is Honeygirl. I'm an 8th grader attending at Hana School. I have learned that school life and my life are two different things being dealt with at the same time. I will be moving on to the into the 9th grade class this August when school restarts. I've learned and experienced that friends, school, and teachers are all what school is about. It's about growing, improving, learning from your mistakes, and having good grades to succeed in life.
Hi, my name is Hi, my name is Karen. I'm an 8th grade CTV in Fair High School. This 8th grade year was pretty good. Went by fast, but other than that, it was good. Soon we will be going on to the next stage of the high school. We all had good and bad times down here, but we all managed to make it through because giving up isn't an option. Middle school is something you can't come back to, so enjoy, make memories, and make the best of it while you can. I learned a lot of different things. I learned things that I haven't knew before. The math was a highlight. English social studies was good. The work wasn't always so easy, but I understood and I liked it. Looking forward to high school. Nervous, but somewhat boring. Middle school is definitely the time you'll always remember. It's the time to mature yourself in high school because you don't want to go up there and act like a kid. Other than that, just study hard and stay focused. Set goals and work towards them. Make yourself proud.
Okay, everybody jump up and give everybody a hand. Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought you were done. I did. I'm bad.
You thought about us, like really.
My bad. Sorry.
Thanks a lot, it's fine.
Sorry. Not perfect. I said that all year.
Nah, forget it. You may not know this about me. I am good at sketching objects and beautiful plants, drawings, and islands. Every morning I like to play a music to the way Miss Klein walks. The things I will use from my knowledge in middle school when I go to high school are like respecting others and talk to others I know and to be helpful. In high school, it will help me fulfill my future goals for when I go to art college, to learn and to make my drawings detailed. What I'm expecting in high school is learning digital art, painting, and sketching real objects. Learning to use the language like Japanese. When I go beyond high school, I need to learn some things in the real world. That would be like using money wisely, learning to cook, and taking care of my own place. I have many good memories of school, especially when I look at pictures.
Hi, my name is Lai Lai, or as you guys call me, Kala'e, Lai, or Ona. I'd just like to start by saying middle school has knocked me down and built me up in many ways. It has taught me from my wrongs and rights, but I wasn't trying to change who I am as a person, but show what kind of person I can become. Even though my learning in school has been hard and frustrating, that didn't bring me down in any way. I just kept trying and pushing myself. As I go up to high school, I will face a lot of challenges, but my goal is just to try my best, and take care of my own kuleana. Setting goals for myself is the number one thing that keeps my grades high. Mahalo.
Okay. Now you got my job. Thanks a lot. Crazy, come here.